Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Unlocked. This week we're going to be talking about the theory we have towards Shanks, me with the Gorosei. Let me introduce myself. It's your boy Mike Lenz.
And you got your boy Jared on the other line.
Okay, so let's get into business, shall we? The whole reason I wanted to come up with this is because it's a big cliffhanger. After that whole setup, which was crazy, the Gorosei is some of the most mysterious people in this whole show. Shanks, another mysterious figure. Number one, he's able to demand an audience with them to sit down and talk. Number two, it ends with a cliffhanger of him about to drop a very scary name. You can see it in his eyes, like he's very serious. Like, I'm trying to warn the Gorosei about this person, so you know it's really serious. And yeah, so just to get into it, my theory is that he's talking about Blackbeard. Yeah, I honestly feel like it's Blackbeard because he knows how Blackbeard's an opportunist. He's going to seize the moment. We've seen him do this countless times over and over again. I'm pretty sure, I guarantee the fact that when he got that scar was probably over an opportunity that Blackbeard probably tried to seize. So he understands that Luffy and the two other Yonko and Wano is going to change the tides of the world. And during that moment, there's going to be a lot of chaos. And that's the perfect time to come in and seize the moment. And try to either get more respect, to get more power, get more people under you, whatever the case is. I feel like Shanks sees that as an opportunity, so why not go to the Gorosei and tell them, if you could do anything to supervise what goes on there, do so.
You know, at first I was all on that Blackbeard train because Shanks has been kind of like on the anti-Blackbeard train. He goes to Whitebeard, talks about Blackbeard. He talks about Blackbeard to other people, like, to watch out. So I kind of feel like he's the activist for anti-Blackbeardism. So
He said the activist.
I feel like, you know, Oda's the only person in the world that can make a series where he brings Shanks, somebody we don't know much about, and the Gorosei, other people we don't know much about, and then leaves us with a cliffhanger. And I'm like, out of the series, I'd be like, oh, okay. But in One Piece is the only series I'm really like, oh my gosh, what's going on? This is some character I don't know much about. This is another character I don't know much about. And then we got a cliffhanger, like.
Bro, yeah, Oda's the only person I know, like, he can legit show you somebody and you still don't know who they are because it's a freaking silhouette.
Facts. And that's what I'm thinking, because Oda likes to set stuff up, and he's One Piece has been going on for 20 years and he's still setting up stuff for further down the road. Like when we got the introduction of Im-sama, it's like Im-sama could possibly be the last person that the Straw Hats have to go against or have to face. And that was just revealed after 20 years of the series. Like, how do you finally get the villain after 20 years? Like, that's so crazy to me.
That's a fact.
And so when Shanks goes to the Gorosei, they leave it ambiguous, like, who he's talking about. And at first I was like really into like, oh, he's probably talking about Blackbeard because he really goes around and talks about Blackbeard a lot. But then I was like, someone had told me like he could be possibly talking about the Rocks, the pirates, and Rocks D. Zebek. And I was like, okay. Because when you think about it, he's been kind of leaving Easter eggs to the Rocks Pirates, like getting the introduction that Big Mom and Kaido were on the crew and Whitebeard was on the crew. And then we got that the Goldie Roger and the Marines had to team up together to bring him down, but they didn't say he died. And the fact that Garp, when they were talking about the Rocks Pirates, says that if the Rocks Pirates got together and he came back, it would kind of be the end of the world. So I'm like, why are they introducing this Rocks Zebek character if he doesn't actually play a role into the future? And Zebek's power, when he was the leader of the Rocks Pirate, he was prominent 40 years ago. And I'm thinking that Shanks is about 39, so he would kind of have been born when Zebek was in his rule, you know, top of the power. And we kind of know that Shanks was a young kid on Roger's crew, and we don't know anything about Shanks' parents. So they're saying, some people have been speculating that maybe Shanks grew up in a world that was kind of feared by Zebek, but that people feared Zebek, and his pirates is almost the reason why Shanks maybe lost his parents. And he's going to the Gorosei. Maybe he knows that Zebek is actually still alive and he didn't die at God Valley. And maybe I'm also reaching out my asshole, but I think that's a cool theory. Cause why show us the back?
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I'm gonna have to bleep that word out. But nah, on a serious note, like, yeah, I actually like that theory. It's just, and another theory I heard is like, I don't know hear about this one, is like Blackbeard being Sebek's son as well. So that could also be a part of why Shanks feels so much like animosity towards Blackbeard as well. To piggyback
and
off
that actually
of
would kind of blend well with the Blackbeard theory of why maybe he is talking about Blackbeard, but again, Blackbeard's motive could be because he's related to Sebek, or he was the apprentice of Sebek. So possibly.
That's a fact. And honestly, another thing, I'm still puzzled that like a Yonko was able to go meet with the Gorosei, one of the strongest people, like at top of the pecking order when it comes to the Marines, and talk to him about anything. Like, even if he's trying to warn you about grave danger, like, send me a letter. I'm not trying to meet with you. Like, yeah. So,
I know. They talk about justice, but it's like, it also kind of makes fun of the bounty system, because it's like Shanks has a $4 million bounty, and Shanks just walks into $4 billion berry bounty, and he walks into the Marine, the world government capital. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the point of having a bounty if
that's a fact?
You basically walk into the jail. It's
he's pulling up like, hey, what's good, guys? I just want to talk to y'all for a little bit. It's been a little while.
So basically, Yonko bounties don't they're like, I think they just have them, but they're like, ain't nobody capturing these people. So
Nah, but honestly, that's pretty much my whole theory right there. Blackbeard, just because he's anti-Blackbeard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's the leader of the anti-Blackbeardism.
Yeah, it's dope that you bring that up though, because that has been like kind of a trend with Shanks. Not to make it sound like he's a weak character by any means. It's just to prove how strong Blackbeard actually is. But yeah.
Actually, if you want to know where we think of Shanks, you should probably go watch our "How Strong Is the Yonko and Their Crew" video. So check that out.
You definitely should. But yeah, me and Jared are certainly curious to hear what you guys say. So drop what you think about what we're saying in the comments.
Yeah, drop a comment. Let us know what you think about who you think the Gorosei and Shanks were talking about. And also, do you think Shanks is a part of the Gorosei? Do you think he's a Celestial? Like, we want to know. Let's have a discussion right now. So drop a comment right now.
Right now. And subscribe, and we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.